Good day everyone. In this CBT, we will learn how to capture the budgetary information for multiple institute projects during RPP1 creation. Now, the process to enter budget remains the same more or less for single as well as multiple institute projects, but there is a slight differentiation. So that is why a separate CBT has been created to understand how to capture the budget information for multiple institutes. But before moving on to the system, let us see what the difference in process is. When the PI creates an RPP1, in this example, let us take that there is one lead institute and one collaborating institute. So after creating RPP1, basically two projects get created. One is a lead institute project and another is the collaborating institute project. It is important here to understand the meaning of the term project. Project is basically identified by a unique number known as a project number. That project number remains the same during the length of your project. So for the entire duration your research project is ongoing, that project number will not change. However, the document numbers will change. So basically this project number is attached to the RPP1 document. As you move on in your project, you will create RPP2, RPP3 documents which will have a different number. So the documents number will keep on changing. However, the project number will remain the same. And what information we enter in this project number? Basically we enter the work plan information, that is the objective and activity details, and the budgetary information. So the financial and work plan information are the two things which are captured in that project number. So this ensures that as you move along in the research project, your document numbers, the kind of documents that you are preparing, that keep on changing, but the budgetary details remain the same, the objective and activity details remain the same. So after two projects with unique and different project numbers are created, what happens is that in the lead institute project, the PI captures work plan activities. So basically the entire objective and activity details are captured in the lead institute project for both PI and co-PIs. So even if I am a co-PI from a collaborating institute, my objective and activity details will be captured in the lead institute project. This ensures that the entire work plan information is present at a single place. So in the lead institute project, we capture the work plan information, and the PI creates two kinds of budgets in the lead institute project. One is the overall project budget and the other is the lead institute budget. To take an example, let us say that the budget is rupees 5 lakh for equipment. So in the project, the only item that we are procuring is equipment worth rupees 5 lakh. The overall project has been sanctioned with rupees 5 lakh. Out of that, the lead institute will purchase equipment worth rupees 4 lakh and the collaborating institute will purchase equipment worth rupees 1 lakh. So what happens here is that the PI will create in the lead institute project overall project of an overall budget of rupees 5 lakh and an institute budget of rupees 4 lakh. So although both the information is captured here, the financial transactions will be done against the lead institute budget. So you cannot procure equipment more than rupees 4 lakh in the lead institute because that is the budget of the institute. Although the overall project budget is 5 lakh, but you cannot exceed 4 lakh. What happens in the collaborating institute project? First of all, no work plan and activity information is stored over here because as already it has been mentioned, all the work plan objective activity details are stored at a single place in the lead institute project. In the collaborating institute project, we enter only the collaborating institute budget details. So here the PI will enter that in this the collaborating institute will purchase equipment worth rupees 1 lakh. So now we will see how to do this in the system. Now after logging into the system from the navigator, the PI will click on project details. This is, let us assume, the RPP1 which I have created. So I open this document by clicking on go to button, selecting authoring workbench and again clicking on OK. Now here I have already mentioned all the information required to create an RPP1. and if you wish to learn that a separate CBT has been created. Now the last step remains, that is to click on project code so that unique project numbers are generated. So I click on project code, a node pops up. I have already ensured that the information that I have entered is valid, so I click on OK. After clicking on OK, basically in this case 2 projects are generated. This is a multiple institute project. Here I have taken the PI from IASRI, which is the lead institute, and the co-PI has been taken from IARI. So basically this project is ongoing between 2 institutes. So as soon as I click on project over here, as soon as I click on this field, the lead institute project will get attached to this document. And also note that the lead institute and collaborating institute project numbers are always consecutive. So I click over here and see 1000118. This is my lead institute project number. Another project has been generated with a unique project number 1000119, which is my collaborating institute project number. So after this I click on save and I exit this document. Exit again. Now I have to enter the budgetary details. Now the lead institute and collaborating institute projects both have been created. The process to capture work done and activities remains the same, so we will not focus on this. So now we have, the PI has to create 3 budgets: the comprehensive project budget of rupees 5 lakh, the lead institute budget of rupees 4 lakh, and collaborating institute budget of rupees 1 lakh. So for that, from the navigator, click on enter budget. Here enter your project number. So I will click on this LOV button. I know that my project budget number is 1000118. So I enter it and click on find. Yes, I select this and click on OK. Now in budget type, if I click on this LOV button, you can see that there are 2 budget types: comprehensive proposal budget and expenditure budget. Comprehensive proposal budget is used to capture the overall project budget, and expenditure budget is used to capture the institute budget. So that is why we have created 2 budget types. So for the time being, let us first create the comprehensive project budget of rupees 5 lakh. So I select this and click on OK. Now in this DFF we mention details such as the fund type, scheme code, etc. So I click on this DFF. To enter the fund type, I click on this LOV button. Let us assume our fund type is deposit schemes domestic. So I select this and click on OK. Again for scheme code, click on this LOV button. Assuming my scheme code is information system for designed experiments, I find this, and yes, this is my scheme code. My division name, let us assume, is computer applications IASRI. So I click on this button again and I search for IASRI. Yes, I select this and click on OK. Funding agency name DBT and country is India. Yes, India, and I click on OK. So after entering all this information, again click on OK and then go to details. Now to capture the actual budgetary information, the process is same for multiple as well as single institute project. So click on details budget button. Here I have to mention that I will purchase equipment worth rupees 5 lakh in this project. Equipment is a part of grants capital. So I select grants capital and click on budget lines. This note informs me that the amount that I enter for any particular month would be applicable for that entire financial year. Click on OK. What this note basically means is that whatever amount I may mention in August 13, I will be able to use that amount to make purchases from April 13 till March 14. So whatever amount I enter in any particular month, I will be able to use that amount to make financial transactions for that entire financial year. So my minor expenditure head here is equipments. So I will click on this button, select equipments, and again click on OK. To enter the amount type, I will simply click over here and it will get defaulted. In August 13, I will mention 5 lakh and then save. After this, I can exit this window and this window as well. Now the last step remaining is to submit and baseline this comprehensive proposal budget. For that, click on submit button and then on baseline button. So now I have successfully defined and baselined the overall project budget, that is the comprehensive proposal budget. The second step is to define the lead institute budget. The lead institute budget, as it has already been mentioned, from here it is the expenditure budget. So change the budget type, click on this button, select the expenditure budget and click on OK. Mention the same information in this DFF, click on this DFF. Here now I will mention the same information which I have mentioned for comprehensive proposal budget. So after entering this information, I will click on OK. The rest of the procedure remains the same. Just to go through it once again quickly, click on details, grants capital, click on budget lines, click on OK. In minor expenditure head, I will select equipments, click on OK. It will get defaulted to raw cost. Now the institute budget for equipments is only rupees 4 lakh. So I will enter 4 lakh over here and save. After this, I can exit this and then submit and baseline. So with this, we have successfully baselined the lead institute budget as well. And now the last step remaining is to enter the collaborating institute budget details. But this will not be entered in the same project number. For this, as for collaborating institute, a separate project with a unique project number has been created. We will enter details in that project number. So as this number is 1000118, the next number will be 1000119. So, or another way to search for it is, as I know that this is my temporary project code. My temporary project code currently is my document number, which is 55213130006. So what I can do is click over here. Over here, find for 55213130006. And after that, click on find button. So here you can see that there are two numbers. Now note that the project name, that is the project code, is always unique. So like the project numbers are unique, the project code will also be unique. So what happens for collaborating institute is that the project names gets concatenated by that institute's segment. So in the system, we have defined a 3-digit segment for each and every institute. In this example, the collaborating institute is IRI, its segment is 156. So what happens is that the project number is unique and the project name is also unique because this project code gets concatenated by the segment of this collaborating institute. So in case of IRI, it is 156. So the project number will become 156-55213130006. So select this and click on OK. Now over here, we do not mention the overall project budget, we only mention the institute budget. So for institute budget, the budget type is expenditure budget. So we will click on this LOV button, select expenditure budget, click on OK. The rest of the procedure remains the same. To quickly go through it, over here, enter the fund type, scheme code, etc. After entering this information, click on OK, click on details button, select grants capital, click on budget lines, click on OK. In minor expenditure head, select equipments, click on OK. Amount type gets reverted to raw cost, and for collaborating institute, the budget is only 1 lakh. So we enter 1 lakh and save. After this, I exit these two forms, click on submit and click on baseline. So that is it. I have defined my budgets. So in this CBT, we learned how to create budget for multiple institute projects. What happens is basically, if I have n+1 institutes undergoing one single project, n plus 1 project numbers will be created. So as many institutes that you have, those many project numbers will be created. One project number will be for the lead institute, and n project numbers and unique project numbers will be for the n collaborating institutes. And in each collaborating institute you will enter the budgetary details for that institute, but in lead institute you will enter the budgetary details for that institute as well as the overall project budget. So with this, this CBT comes to an end. Thank you and have a good day.